different. I will give you my advice, but hey, I am not an expert. This is my growth. On paper, this is what I'm trying to progress to and master myself. So I'm just speaking it out and expressing it, and maybe it'll help somebody or some shit. I don't know. It could. One person is enough for me, okay? One person, because baby, let me tell you, one person, and then they go tell their friend that didn't even see this video, and then boom, 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 they go tell their friend, and then they go tell their cousin, auntie, uncle. Yo, that's damn near worldwide for me. That's worldwide, beyond the scenes. Yeah, I like that. I like that. So, hi. I didn't really prep for this video. I really like to keep it authentic as much as possible, even if that means in that moment, in those hours, I'm deciding something. I have an idea and I'm deciding something, and I'm going to go forward with it, regardless if everything is perfect, if it's quiet enough, or too much background noise. I didn't want to worry about those things. And it's not like I didn't necessarily prep for this video. I prep for this video in plenty of other ways. I prep for this video mentally. I prep for this video by prepping myself as an individual, as a person, as with the way that I think and how I want to express that and verbalize it in a way that can be understood by the broad, by the many, and even the few. Yeah, here we are. I feel like I have an issue with attachment. Growing up, there's just been a lot of reasons for that to even happen. So it wasn't something that I put upon myself. It was something that I was brought up upon. So it wasn't something I couldn't necessarily get away from. Things were the way they were before I came here, and being that everything happens for a reason, and I mean everything is bound to happen and it already is happening, I was going to face these things no matter what. And so I fell upon 6 ways to detach yourself from people, the reality of things even, because I feel like everybody is dealing with their own reality because they have their own perception, their own opinions, their own way of thinking, their own way of talking. So I feel like everyone actually experiences this experience that we are all experiencing differently. Certain things stick with me. I like to actually apply it to my life, actually apply it to my routine, the way that I think and the way that I talk to people. So that's what's interesting about this for me personally, is because I found all this information separately just throughout time, throughout months of going through personal things, and to fall upon a specific list like right after I feel like I've not necessarily mastered detaching myself, but I know exactly what I need to do and what not to do to help me push forward and move on and let go. The first one is allow others to be who they are. It's pretty simple. A lot of us have this idea of people. When we meet somebody, our first impression of of them, if we really like them, we may exaggerate it a little bit in our heads. We would put all their good traits in the forefront because of our first impression of them, leaving no room to actually see what they're doing in that moment. So it wouldn't even matter what they're doing in that moment, because if we are so caught up in the good impression that they gave us, it blinds you. It blinds you, and it doesn't allow you to see who they are. You're only left with what you like about them, and what you like about them isn't necessarily who they are. You might like the way somebody dresses, but that doesn't mean that they have a well-dressed personality. You know what I mean? Like, you get exactly what I'm saying. You know. So just because somebody, like, these outside traits don't necessarily mean people have those deep traits that you like. So everybody filters themselves to be impressive in the first impression. Everyone. Even me. I'm even allowing myself, giving myself more room. Rather than being impressive or trying to give an impression, I just want to be myself. And if that leaves an impression, then that's what it was supposed to do. And if it doesn't, and it leaves nothing, then that's what it was supposed to do. You know, I'm no longer putting so much energy into trying to be impressive, because I also want to allow myself to be who I am. Because if I'm allowing myself to be who I am, then I'm allowing others to be who they are. 2 is allow yourself to be who you are. Basically piggybacking the last thing I said. So you allowing yourself to be who you are is ultimately going to allow others to be who they are. That's just the gist of it. 3, don't force situations. That's a big one. Let things happen naturally. And I know it's hard because stimulation feels good. Sometimes that's what you need so that you can be stimulated. Sometimes you shouldn't get stimulated so that you can get stimulated. Overstimulation can leave you with no stimulation. Because you have so much stimulation, you're going to be at a level that you're so used to that when you're getting stimulation, it won't even feel like you're getting stimulated because you're already at that level. So if you're not getting any type of stimulation, and then you get okay, it's a different time, same place. It's raining, so different background noise. But I really want to continue on with the laws of detachment, where I was saying overstimulation can lead to no stimulation. When you're at a place where you're feeling so much, it's hard to feel the important things. It makes it harder to navigate, because when you're at a place where you feel overstimulated by anxiety, things around you, life things like work, family, friends, it's hard. It makes it so much harder to decipher, the more important things. It makes it harder to have discernment, because when you want to make better decisions, how do you have to be at a level where you can have those better decisions come to you, or even where you can pay attention to those better decisions. Because when you're at a level where you're getting overstimulated by so many things are going to be in place when you are making decisions, and it's going to maybe change and morph those decisions to look like, bad decisions. You know what I'm saying? So that's where you start making mistakes and seeing where, I should have done this, or I should have went with this initial thought, or I shouldn't have ran with this idea so much. So it's important to allow the universe and even yourself to maneuver through situations naturally, like a wave, like air, like whatever you want to be that flows naturally, earth, fire. It's just important to not let so many things distract you. And I speak as a person that struggles with overstimulation. I feel the urge to be stimulated in whatever way, shape, or form. This chapter in my life, this has been a key point. Don't force situations. It's better off that way. Not even situations, don't force yourself. Don't force conversation. Don't force words. Don't force feelings. Don't force time. Let it all flow naturally. Solutions will emerge as time goes by. Eventually, things will be okay. Because, I mean, if you have breath, you have options. If you're here, then you know already what it's like for solutions to emerge. You already know what it's like for things to ultimately be okay. If you're here and you're breathing and you're watching this video, you already know. It's just life has a way of making things complicated when it is really simple. It is simple. It is simple, but life is complicated. Life is complicated. What's so simple? Simple is the fact that it is what it is. Simple is the fact that it is what it is, even though it is complicated. The understanding is that it's complicated, and that's why it's simple. Don't ask me, okay? Uncertainty is reality, is the fifth one. What I just said is complicated. And that's just the simplest, this is just the simplicity of it. That's the excitement of it. Lack of control, yet control of yourself. You have control, just not of everything. Why would you want to control everything? God damn it. You wouldn't even be able to go to a party if you controlled everything. You wouldn't even be able to enjoy a cup of coffee if you controlled everything. You would have to fucking do everything. You wouldn't even be able to take a shit. I have kids. They bust through the door. That's damn near everything to me. Now I gotta control more. I'm good. Took a long time to learn that. Took a long time to learn that. It's not as easy said and done. But eventually you do realize that it's better to just enjoy what you can control. Even though we didn't ask to be put here, we are here. And majority of motherfuckers will say, no, I'd rather not die. So if you'd rather not die, why not live? Maybe that's an option. Just a little bit. Listen to the birds sing. Dead ass. Beautiful. Listen to the birds sing. Maybe then you add a little sugar on that. A little coffee. Day to the mall. Get your nails done. You know, one thing leads to another. Embrace it. Embrace the little shit. Because me, I like a good old cup of coffee. I keep bringing that up. Maybe I should make me one.